Hello students, this is Navdeep Kaur from Raikot Public School, Raikot. We are discussing about plus 2's biology, and today we are discussing the hormonal control of male and female reproductive system and the next topic gametogenesis along with the structure of both gametes, male and female gamete. Firstly, we will discuss about the hormonal control of male reproductive system. I have drawn a flow chart. With the help of this flow chart, I will explain you how hormones helps in the process of gametogenesis and the development of the sex organs, secondary sex organs as well as primary. So in males, as we have discussed that the gametogenesis starts at the puberty time period. So at puberty, I have here marked positive and negative both signs. I will explain you what is the meaning of positive and what is the meaning of negative. At the time of puberty, hypothalamus release a hormone GnRH. It is gonadotropin releasing hormone, which stimulates the interior lobe of pituitary gland. In plus 1 class we have discussed pituitary gland has two lobes, interior and posterior. Anterior lobe of pituitary gland secretes steroids, sex hormones, and posterior lobe controls the other hormonal secretions, simple hormones which are released in our body. Anterior lobe related to sex hormones, related to sexual reproduction. Pituitary gland secretes two hormones, LH luteinizing hormone, FSH follicular stimulating hormone. Luteinizing hormone stimulates Leydig cells to produce androgens. Androgens are male sex hormones we named as mainly these are testosterone, which further helps in the development of reproductive tract and other sexual organs. Second hormone secreted by pituitary gland is FSH, follicular stimulating hormone. It stimulates the secretions of Sertoli cell. Sertoli cell further stimulates spermatogenesis, plus Sertoli cell produce one hormone that is androgen binding protein. Androgen binding protein helps in the concentration of testosterone. And second is inhibin hormone. Inhibin hormone suppress the extra release of FSH. Now see from here, I have marked two pituitary gland and hypothalamus. Two arrows I have marked, and on these arrows I have put negative sign. When the spermatogenesis occurs, enough sperms are formed. At that time, inhibin hormone is released from Sertoli cells, which inhibits the secretions of pituitary gland and hypothalamus. Hypothalamus and pituitary gland both are present in our brain. And same testosterone, when the enough testosterone is formed, inhibin hormone send a backward message to the pituitary gland and hypothalamus, which inhibits the release of gonadotropin and luteinizing hormone. Clear? This is all about the hormonal control of male reproductive system. How many hormones are produced in this? Number 1 gonadotropin, number 2 luteinizing hormone, number 3 follicular stimulating hormone, number 4 testosterone, number 5 inhibin hormone, number 6 antigen binding protein. Gonadotropin releasing hormone is secreted by hypothalamus. Luteinizing and follicular stimulating hormones are produced by pituitary gland. Testosterone is produced by Leydig cell present in the testes. These both cells are present in the testes, Sertoli and Leydig cell. Sertoli cell produce two secretions. First is inhibin hormone and second is antigen binding protein. We also call it ABP, which concentrates the testosterone hormone. Next, second topic is hormonal control of female reproductive system. It will also start from hypothalamus. Hypothalamus release same hormone, gonadotropin releasing hormone, to stimulate anterior lobe of pituitary gland. Further, pituitary gland secretes same hormones. Up to this, both male and female hormones are same, gonadotropin, LH and FSH. These further stimulates ovary to produce two types of hormones. Estrogens are produced by Graafian follicle, and progesterone is produced by the corpus luteum, as we have discussed in the structure of ovary. In this diagram we have discussed, this is mature Graafian follicle. It produces estrogen hormones, and then corpus luteum is formed. It produces progesterone. The increase in the secretion of progesterone send a negative feedback to the pituitary gland and hypothalamus, that is to reduce the secretion of these hormones. Estrogen hormone produces send a positive feedback to the hypothalamus. Progesterone inhibits the secretions of these hormones, GnRH and LH-FSH of pituitary glands. Hormone secretion in females also begins at the time of puberty. The increased secretion of progesterone also prepare the uterus to receive a fertilized egg. If egg is not fertilized, then menstruation will occur and it will decrease the level of progesterone. Next is gametogenesis. Gametogenesis, it is the process of formation of gametes, male and female gametes. These are formed in reproductive organs. Reproductive organs we also call gonads. In males, primary reproductive organ is testes, and in females it is ovary. Gametes are formed by meiosis because chromosomal number is halved in the gametes. So it is through meiosis. First process is it is of two types, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. First one is spermatogenesis. Spermato means sperm, genesis means formation of sperms. It is the process of formation of male gametes or sperms. It occurs in the seminiferous tubules of the testes. The sperms are formed from primordial germ cells. Sperms are formed by primordial germ cells. We have discussed there are two types of cells present, germ cells and Sertoli cells. Germ cells form gametes. These germ cells are called primordial germ cells. It includes the following stages. How many stages are present? I will explain through this flowchart diagram. There are totally 4 phases. Last one is spermiogenesis, or we also call it the differentiation phase. First phase is multiplication phase. Multiplication means multiply means the increase in the number of cells. In this multiplication phase, mitosis occurs. The germ cells are multiplied by mitosis. Number of spermatogonia are formed in the multiplication phase. In this phase, the chromosomal number remains the same. They are diploid, means 46 chromosomes, because 46 chromosomes are present in human cell. 2n means 2 into 23. N is haploid set is 23. Second phase is growth phase. In this phase, the spermatogonia enlarges in size. One of the spermatogonia enlarges in size. It is called primary spermatocyte now. When it enlarges in size, the chromosomal number remains the same because no meiosis occurs till now. So chromosomal number is 46. Next phase is maturation phase. Maturation phase means when the spermatocyte matures into the spermatids, then to sperms. In maturation phase, meiosis occurs. In meiosis, one primary spermatocyte divides into 2. Then in meiosis 2, it divides into 4. We have discussed in +1 class mitosis and meiosis. Through mitosis, two cells are formed, and through meiosis, 4 cells are formed. Meiosis is of two types, meiosis 1 and 2. So here 4 haploid cells are formed. Now chromosomal number remains half because meiosis occurs 23. When primary spermatocyte divided into 2, it is called secondary spermatocyte. Then secondary spermatocytes again divided into 4 cells, 2 divided into 4. These are known as spermatids. These spermatids then transformed into the sperms. The transformation of spermatids into the sperms is known as spermiogenesis. This process is known as spermiogenesis. These type of motile sperms are formed in the spermatogenesis. The process of transformation of spermatids into sperms is known as spermiogenesis, and there is one more process that is called as spermiation. Spermiation, what is spermiation? It is the release of sperms from seminiferous tubules. Clear? Next we will discuss about the structure of sperm. This is human sperm. It is motile structure. Clear? Motile gamete. It is hardly of 2 to 5 micron in diameter and 6 micron in length, micrometers. So we will discuss about the parts of the sperm. In sperm there are 4 parts: head, neck. This is first part, head, neck, then middle piece, then tail. In head, nucleus is present. Nucleus contains chromosomes or genetic information. Above this, a part is present that is called as acrosome. Acrosome has its own significance in sperm. It helps in the penetration of ovum. When fertilization occurs, the sperm enters in the egg. These acrosome helps the sperms to enter in the egg. Acrosome contains number of enzymes. These are known as sperm lysins or hydrolase enzymes. Next part is head. Sperm is covered by plasma membrane, cell membrane present all around the sperm. this plasma membrane. Then in head part, nucleus is present. Nucleus contains genetic information. Below nucleus, next part is neck. In neck, two type of centrioles are present: proximal centriole and distal centriole. Proximal centriole helps in the first cleavage of zygote. Means when sperm and egg fertilize to form a diploid cell zygote, firstly it will divide with the help of this centriole. It helps in the division of zygote into two cells, one cell into two. Then the distal centriole, it helps in the origin of that axial filament. From this distal centriole it is arising. Clear? Next part is middle piece. Middle piece is also known as energy house of the sperm. Why? Because in this mitochondria are present. Mitochondria are arranged in a spiral manner. Here see mitochondria, one mitochondria, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Number of mitochondria are present. Clear? At the end of the middle piece, ring centriole is present. Ring centriole's function is unknown. We don't know what is the function of ring centriole in the sperm. Next part is known as tail. Tail having a axial filament along with the fibrous sheath. Filament is covered by fibrous sheath in tail. After tail, end piece is present. End piece, naked axial filament is present. So the function of tail is that it helps in the movement of sperm in the fluid or when it enters into the female reproductive part. Second type of the process of gametogenesis is oogenesis. Oo means egg, genesis means formation, means formation of egg or female gamete. The production of eggs in females began before birth but completed after fertilization. That is a major difference between oogenesis and spermatogenesis. In spermatogenesis, it starts at the time of puberty only, but in females the oogenesis begins before birth. When the female is in fetal stage and it is completed after fertilization. So I will explain with the help of flowchart same. In this there are three phases: multiplication, growth phase and maturation phase. There are three phases. In multiplication phase, same, oogonium is divided into number of oogonia. Up to this means first phase, multiplication phase of the oogenesis is completed in the fetus stage or fetal stage. Second phase starts at puberty. Then puberty begins. The second phase, that is growth phase, it begins along with the puberty. In growth phase, one of the oogonium is enlarged and it is known as oocyte. These are diploid structures because only mitosis occurs. In mitosis, the chromosomal number remains same. Primary oocyte enlarges or shows growth every month in the females after puberty. Then after growth phase, the primary oocyte divides by meiosis. In meiosis 1 there are two cells formed. One is secondary oocyte and the second one is first polar body. This is also the difference between the oogenesis and spermatogenesis, because in spermatogenesis only secondary spermatocytes are formed, no polar body is formed, but in females there is only one gamete is produced. That is why only one secondary oocyte formed. The second cell is known as polar body. It is haploid. It rests at secondary oocyte stage in the fallopian tubes. Ovulation occurs at this stage. At this stage in meiosis 1. In meiosis 1 prophase 1 stage secondary oocyte is formed. After this stage secondary oocyte rests. Next step starts when sperm enters in the egg. If sperm is not entered, then the secondary oocyte releases outside the female body. It is not transformed into the mature ovum. क्लीयर. दिस इज़ द मेन डिफरेंस बच्चे, क्योंकि इत्थे अगर सैकेंडरी oocyte ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਪਰਮ ਐਂਟਰ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਮੈਚਿਓਰ ਓਵਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਰਾਂਸਫਾਰਮ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਸਪਰਮ ਦੀ. ਅਗਰ ਸਪਰਮ ਐਂਟਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ, ਇਹੀ ਸੈਕੰਡਰੀ oocyte ਆ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟ ਆਫ ਮੈਂਸਟਰੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਫੀਮੇਲ ਬॉडी ਤੋਂ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ. ਐਟ that time ovulation occurs. ठीक है. Ovulation occurs, egg is released into fallopian tubes. If sperm enters, next process is followed. Sperm enters, sperm is also haploid. Here the male pronuclei is present. Fertilization fusion of both nuclei occurs not here. Fertilization occurs, both the cells are joined to form a single cell, but nuclei are still separated. This is male nucleus. When sperm enters, the meiosis is completed. Egg is transformed into mature ovum, that is haploid. After the transformation into mature ovum, both the nuclei fuse to form zygote, that is diploid structure. Clear. Here first polar body is formed. This polar body again divides into two and the one is formed by secondary oocyte after the meiosis 2. There are three polar bodies, all degenerates after the fertilization or before fertilization. In these from secondary oocyte, these structures having chromosomal number half, that is 23, and this phase is known as maturation phase. Clear. Then next is the structure of ovum. In ovum, the outermost layer is cellular, means number of cells are clearly visible. That is known as corona radiata. It is a thick layer, thick and cellular, known as corona radiata. Next to it or inner to it, next layer is present. It is also thick layer. It is known as zona pellucida. This layer, this dotted layer, it is thick layer but different from corona radiata because it is non-cellular. Next to it there is a small space present. It is known as perivitelline space. Sorry, I have written here membrane. It is perivitelline space, not membrane. It is space. Anterior to it, a thin membrane is present around the cytoplasm of the egg. it is known as plasma membrane or vitelline membrane. In perivitelline space there are two polar bodies present. At which site polar bodies are present, that side is known as animal pole. The next side, opposite side is known as vegetative pole, and the sperm enters mostly from animal pole. Inner to the plasma membrane, cytoplasm is present, some cortical granules are present, and nucleus is present in the egg. Nucleus carries its genetic information. Clear? Again I am telling, nucleus is present, around nucleus cytoplasm is present, in cytoplasm some cortical granules are present in the egg, and it is covered by or enveloped by a thin membrane known as plasma membrane or vitelline membrane. Next, second layer is zona pellucida. It is thick non-cellular layer. Between these layers a space is present known as perivitelline space. Above the or outer the zona pellucida there is a thick cellular layer is present known as corona radiata. This is the structure of human ovum or egg or oocyte. These topics are very important. Structure of sperm is very important, and from these topics, number of chromosomes in which cell, how many chromosomes are present, these questions are important for MCQs of 1 mark. Clear? Or it will be important for your passage type questions. So this is all about today's topic. Thank you बच्चे. Have a nice day. Be safe at your home.